Splitter 13 J's right there. Just made a horrible shot.
That is by far the biggest whitetail I've ever seen.
Hello and welcome to Wired Outdoors. I know this isn't my usual backdrop here, but we're in second season and we're trying to put a few more whitetail on the ground. But last week you got to see Heartbreak 2011. It was all of our Pennsylvania hunts. This week we're gonna take you on all of our out-of-state adventures. Didn't quite end up the way we would have liked, but we got in front of some true giants. In this next hunt, you're gonna get to see me head to northern Alberta with my good friend Mitch from Alberta Backwoods Outfitters. And the thing you need to know about these hunts is it is cold. In the one day, it was negative 22 degrees with a negative 44 wind chill. But people ask me, why do you go do that? And that's because Alberta has some true giants. In this next footage, you're gonna see one of the biggest bucks I've ever had out in front of me in my entire life.
Okay, it is our first morning here in Alberta with Alberta Backwoods Outfitters. It is cold, but hey, it's always cold when we're here. It was, I think 22 degrees this morning. It's not supposed to get much warmer. I think that's supposed to be the high for today. So, but we're gonna sit all day. We're sitting here at a tree stand, really good spot. They've been seeing a really good buck here. So we're gonna sit tight all day long and hopefully see one of these huge Alberta bucks come out. So it's gonna be cold. These hunts aren't for the faint of heart, but you know, you're rewarded with really big bucks if you can stick it out. So we're gonna sit tight and hopefully see one here today. That's a good buck.
Unfortunately, you saw this footage, it was very short because we were set up for out in front of us and to our right. And of course, this big guy came all the way to our left. I had all kinds of branches. We had to take the camera off the tripod and swing it around just to get any footage of him at all. We were hoping that he was gonna cross in front of us, which he never did. And we spent the rest of the week and I passed up a ton of bucks, you know, smaller bucks, some pretty good ones, waiting for this guy, and it just didn't work out. But you know what? That's why you go hunt Alberta, for bruisers like that. And I wanna thank Alberta Backwoods Outfitters for having me up, and I'll see you guys again next year. This hunt, we're heading for my first ever trip to Pike County, Illinois. And when we get there, the first 2 days, it is 80 degrees. And let's just say the deer movement was at a minimum. But on the third day, Wednesday, the temperature drops out and we're hoping this gets the big boys on their feet.
Here we are, it's the morning hunt. Finally, the temperature has dropped out. It was 80 degrees yesterday. They're only going for a high of 55 all day today, which is awesome. So we're hoping, you know, we're here in the last week of October. The rut's really just getting started, so we're hoping this temperature really gets them moving. We're sitting today, it sounds like rain in here with acorns just dropping. We're on a big acorn ridge that they like to run, so hopefully we get a big boy who cruises through here this morning. Mike, there's a big buck down here. Big buck. He's pushing 2 doe right down here. This is good. Another doe. Here comes the buck. That's gonna be what, about a 35-yard shot. He's a good one. Is he a 10? Or is he an 8? need him a little closer. Come on. Okay, you got him. That's too far. How far is that? What's that? I got branches in the way. You got him. I won't shoot him farther than that. Well, that's what you come to Carter's for. That was a good buck. That was this close. He was probably a little over 40 yards, and there were some branches in the way, and I wasn't gonna risk it. Hopefully these doe will run back up. He's chasing a couple does around, so hopefully he'll push him back this way. We'll see. I'm shaking. That's cool.
You know, that was an absolute heartbreaker to have a buck of that caliber in front of me at 34 yards for that long and not be able to shoot him. But I just never had a good shot. There was always branches in the way, or he was quartering to me or straight on, and I would not take a marginal shot on an animal. So this hunt's not over yet. The bucks are up and moving, and it won't be long, and we have another bruiser coming our way.
Okay, it's about 1 o'clock. We had a real good morning. We decided to just sit the whole day. It's been really hot here, and the weather finally broke. It's only like 50s for high, low 50s, getting in the 40s. So we've seen a couple bucks. One really good buck. I was at full draw. I had not to let him have it, but just he was behind some branches and stuff, and I didn't want to risk it on something like that. So anyways, we're gonna sit tight the rest of the afternoon. Hopefully we get some more big bucks pushing some of these does through. We can hear deer over here, and we hear one grunt and have no idea what they are, but there's a buck chasing a doe around over here. We're gonna sit tight. Hopefully it's a shooter. It's a good one. He's big. Well, that was buck number, 5, 6 today. Buck number 5 or 6, and he was a dandy. That's 2. He just never came close enough. He was 55, and there was always stuff in between us and him, but he was a good one.
Well, as you can see, another heartbreaker. Having that buck, I had him at 35 yards. You can see once again just branches between me and him the whole way. So I never was able to get a shot. But to have 2 bucks of that caliber in the same day out in front of me, it was truly unbelievable. Carter's Lodge lived up to its reputation. Thank you guys very much for having us out. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Wired Outdoors. You know, it was called Heartbreak 2011, but success is measured differently by everybody, and I felt this year was a tremendous success for us. We said we weren't gonna shoot the first legal buck. We were gonna chase some of these big boys, and you know what? They get big for a reason. So we ended up eating some tag sandwiches, but the good news is these guys are gonna be around for next season.
Cry one more time for you.